accidents. Here to tell us more about why this change is being made in California schools is Sachin Panda, professor at the Salk Institute and author of the book, The Circadian Code. Welcome to Midday Edition.
Thank you for having me here.
So why is moving middle and high school start times later a good idea in your view?
Yeah, actually, during this time of human development, the middle schoolers and high schoolers tend to go to sleep later at night, and also their internal biological clock tells them to wake up slightly later in the morning. So by having a delayed school start time, we allow the students to catch up anywhere between 30 minutes to 1 hour of extra sleep. And this sleep improvement also ends up in fewer car crashes in the morning. And more importantly, it improves class attendance and graduation rates. And these results have been seen in many studies in the US as well as in other countries.
Many people might not be familiar with the circadian rhythm. Please explain what that term means and why is it important?
Yeah, circadian rhythms are the daily timetables of everything in our body that relates to brain functions, immune functions, metabolic functions, and also repair and rejuvenation. So that means everything in our body has a perfect time to repair, reset, and rejuvenate. And in this specific context, we know that sleep is very important, and sleep happens at night time. We cannot compensate for nighttime loss of sleep by napping too much at daytime. And when we sleep at night, our brain cells strengthen their connection with each other. And as a result, what we learn during daytime can be consolidated and stored better at night during our sleep. So that leads to potential improvement in learning and memory.
How will we know whether the late start at schools actually does help health and the performance of students? What will be measurable to determine that?
Yes, so there are many studies, particularly one study where I was involved was in Seattle School District, where 2 different schools' start time was delayed by an hour back in 2017. And we went back and objectively measured particularly attendance and grades, because that's what immediately matters to both students, parents, and also teachers. What we found was on an average, these students slept 34 minutes longer. And people usually think that when students sleep more, then they're studying less. But in fact, these students also had better attendance. Their tardiness went down significantly, and their grades improved by up to 5%. There are some long-term studies done in Europe up to 4 years of the impact of longer sleep time or delayed school start time, and they have also found similar results.
Are there other sleep-related changes that you think we should make?
So sleep has been important for many things. When our sleep is disrupted, then we also see more incidences of acid reflux, bloating, which may be just inconvenience, but we also see increased incidences of irritable bowel syndrome, which many pediatricians will say that the incidence of IBS and gut diseases are actually alarmingly increasing among teenagers, specifically middle schoolers and high schoolers. So we should be mindful. We should keep an eye to see whether this late school start time improves their gut health. And second is, we also know that sleeping less increases our craving for unhealthy junk food, and that is related to increased obesity and insulin resistance that is also rising among teenagers. And many pediatricians will also mention this. So it will be also interesting to see whether we can combine delayed school start time with some health education at school to improve our kids' health. Because at the end of the day, we really need healthy kids for a healthy future.
I have been speaking with Sachin Panda, professor from the Regulatory Biology Laboratory at the Salk Institute. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.